Hey there. Hi, Betsy and Stacy here, and love connecting with you all. So let's get to it. It's a very popular topic. Everyone's a little scared about carbs these days, and just eating more food, especially women. Women who might be anywhere near that menopause or perimenopausal age where it's like whatever diet they used to do worked, but it doesn't work anymore. So now we're asking you to eat more carbs, more food, and you're like, no, I'm not quite ready for that. And so today we're going to share how it works, okay? How you can actually eat more food and get the results you want. It's a big deal.
It is a
So
big deal. And people are always shocked once they start to eat carbs that they're not gaining weight and that their cravings go away and that they feel better and they have more energy. It's like always a big, oh, and my headaches went away and this went away and that went away and I'm sleeping better and all these sort of different things that happen. And it's like carbs were so vilified in their brain for so long that they get very scared when we say like you need to eat some carbs. There's like a fear, right?
yeah.
No, no. So yeah.
Let's start by asking a question just to get any kind of feedback from anyone. So I guess my question would be, are you a little nervous about carbs? Do carbs scare you? And just say yes or no, or you can give us a little emoji if it's like, "Ee," or or maybe it's a smile and you love your carbs and it's all good. So everyone's in different places and I want to respect that. But today's purpose is to clarify how this works. So if I were to give like a one or two or three word answer here, I call it metabolism mojo. And that's what our program is called. Because everyone to me, Stace, seems like everyone who comes to us, they're in a tough place, they're in a struggle place, and they are the opposite of mojo. They're going in the wrong direction. They're in like a hamster wheel. They're feeling stuck. They're going downhill,
Yeah.
and
Like
everything's going in the wrong direction.
you hear the same thing more and more, like no matter how much I like don't eat, I gain weight. Right. Or
Hmm.
like I'm
Yeah.
just feeling more tired. I'm having more cravings. I'm having this, that, the other. Like things are getting worse and they're being more and more extreme with their dieting because in the
Yes.
past,
Yes.
that was what worked. So,
I wrote this one down from a client just recently who got started because I feel like I've heard this so many times. So she said, I can lose like 10 to 20 pounds by eating extreme diets or fasting at times. But then I tend to fall off the wagon and then I gain it back within a few extra. And times that by 10 years, and my weight is steadily going up each year. And I just feel like it's so common. It's just like, yes, like I'll try to be good. I'll be good for a little while, get off track. And it's just all pretty much going downhill sooner or later. It just feels like that. Add in the fact that we are women, we have a complicated hormone system that tends to do really well when we're 20, have babies, have like stressful life, like managing wearing like 1,000 hats and kids and or maybe not kids and just working full time and then add in the shift of hormones later in life. And now things are going to be way harder. Everything
yeah.
that used to work is not going to work anymore. So this is the opposite of metabolism mojo. This is you wrecking your metabolism with every diet that you try, with
Yeah.
every time that like I hear people say, yeah, my life's so stressful. I'm like, well, how do you handle stress? And they're like, I don't know. Someone literally just wrote, I research a new diet. That's my stress relief. She did an LOL afterwards. So I was like, thank you. Okay.
Yeah, so you get this like feeling like that's the answer.
I
That's what
know.
I need to do. I'll just research a new diet. That'll calm my stress.
I
Yeah,
know.
I trip out with the newest, like the carnivore, like just straight meat. That blows my mind. Like I know keto is like fat and meat or whatever, but like
I know.
the just straight up, I just eat meat all day. I'm like, whoa.
Well, someone was
It's
talking
really-
about, and they were just saying they just do one meal of full meat. I don't know if it's just one meal or what, but I'm like, this sounds crazy.
I couldn't
Um,
even imagine like how that would make me feel.
mhm. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think, and the person who I heard was doing it was a man, which he's like, yeah, I feel
Well,
good.
there you
Uh-huh.
go.
But women, you're not going to feel this way, okay? And if you do, it's like going to be for a day, and then you're going to be like, oh wow, that's not well, and wow, I'm near like menopause, and my cholesterol is already going up naturally. Like, what happens when I add in like a big hunk of meat every single day? You know, so yes, not the answer. So we know that this is not the right direction. Okay. I want everyone to like listen to not just their brain that listens to social media and this thinking brain. I want you to start to listen a little bit more with your heart, your intuition, to say, this isn't working. This isn't right. It doesn't feel right anymore. And maybe my body's different. Maybe my body's shifting. Maybe I need to do something different. So the answer to this of how to eat more balanced and have more carbs and to actually get the results you want is by healing the metabolism. It's honestly the only way to do it. Maybe different people have different strategies of how to heal the metabolism, but it's going to be pretty similar where we need to nurture this metabolism and our health back to life instead of always being so hard on it and depriving ourselves
Yeah.
constantly.
And I think it should be noted too that we're not saying like only carbs. That's not what we're saying either. And when we were talking earlier about meat, we're not saying like meat with carbs. We're saying like only meat is kind of insane. Because I feel different now too. Like, so when I was younger, I could have like just carbs, right? Like just eat some bread. Like, oh, I'm hungry, just grab a piece of bread or whatever and just be fine. But now if I just like go grab some crackers or something without anything with it, or like just a banana or just like
Yeah.
a nectarine or something, and I don't sort of like put something else with it, like within 15 minutes to a half hour, I feel a difference in my body for sure.
Yeah. The balance is key.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just do it more as a kind of checklist with you and to just share with everyone because you might be saying, oh, this is really helpful, Betsy, heal the metabolism. So I just, this is what we do in our program. Our program is called Metabolism Mojo, and it, first of all, has to be manageable and very organized for you because, first of all, lots of people are disorganized. So I'm just going to kind of go through off the top of my brain of what we do to help our clients and just chime in, Stace. But we do help you to get organized with your nutrition, but like pretty much everything, because that's a very big deal is you gotta be organized in the brain, get that clutter out, have a clear path going forward that you are super like on board with. You need to know like what to eat, as in like what foods are inflammatory for you, and you need to know how much. So the portioning, not really calories, but a little bit more of how to balance those meals and the right portions and the right proportions for you and what your needs are and your activity level is. Timing of the meals is super duper important that so many people do not think of, or they do the opposite and they just try to go longer and longer.
Yeah,
It's a
intermittent
big one.
fasting or inadvertent. We should just call it inadvertent fasting. It's
Yeah.
inadvertent fasting, which is like I get up, I have coffee, now I have no appetite, and then I'm like feel great because I was able to hold off my eating
Yeah.
until like 11 or 2 or whatever, and then they're like, so I just figure I'm intermittent fasting, so I'm just doing that, so like, yeah,
Why not?
inadvertent intermittent fasting, it's not like planned, it's just sort of happens.
We're gonna
Like,
coin this term.
yeah. I do IIF.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that, I mean, that's some of the nutrition, the exercise, Stace, it's like it has to be in balance for people. Like it can't just be all carbs, or not all carbs, all like cardio.
Yeah, no, please don't just do it. So
Yeah.
if you are a competitive eater, I can program for that.
Goofball.
That's your sport. I am like hardcore gamer and competitive eater, and I'm like, okay, well, I can program for that. It's fine. No, so, yeah, no, it's not all cardio, and that's another thing that people tend to. So this is a pattern we see, right? Because it worked when you were 20, right? So when you were 20, you cut way back on like carbs, let's say, and just food in general. You skipped breakfast, and then you went and you like did 45 minutes to an hour on the treadmill or the bike or whatever. And then you still don't eat afterwards or whatever. And then, you don't lift weights, you don't stretch out, you don't,
Yeah.
and when you're younger, you're like, and I lost 5 pounds for the weekend. Yay, let's go out and go to the club.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
gonna wear my midriff,
We've all
right?
been there, done that. Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, we have. Just had some Red Bull. Yay, hopped up my metabolism.
Yeah, I started to get a little hungry and I was crashing, so I just had the Red Bull. So now I'm
Oh,
good
it's
again.
good. It's all good.
Go
And I'm
rocket.
skinnier. But that doesn't work anymore. So now we need to lift more weight so we can maintain our muscle mass as we age, because fall and our bone density and things like that, because fall risk increases as we get older. Bone density goes down. We start to just naturally lose muscle mass if we don't hold on to it through like concerted efforts. And so balance starts to wane, like mobility starts to go by the wayside just because we're not doing it.
Yeah.
And so you can combat all these things and, be in your 70s and be able to get down on the ground with your grandkids or whatever you need to do, 60s, 70s. But that's not going to happen if you aren't thinking about it in the future, right?
I love how you balance routines for people. I mean, it's very realistic and practical, and adding in the mobility, the stretching, the balance, like people will be like, I feel different. Like I don't have pain in my knees anymore. And so it's people, we need this balance. And it's a huge part of some people are sabotaging their metabolism with their exercise. They think they're doing something good and they're actually doing the opposite. So we create plans for your nutrition, very personalized plans for your menu planning and for the exercise. And then such a key part that's missing that I'd say it's huge. Like why, like, are people in this cycle and when they're going downhill so much of it is because they are stressed. Their stress hormones are activated. Even if they don't have a stressful life, but they think about their food choices like obsessively. They track it all the time, and that they are in a place where they're like really hard on themselves. I just feel like that is so much of a reason why you're never going to see results. So even if you're
Yeah,
doing pretty good on the nutrition and exercise, but your mind's in a really bad place, honestly, the results won't come that much. So that's
yeah.
part of the metabolism mojo.
It's like not only the mindset, but like the beliefs.
Yeah.
Because the beliefs are that you're not doing, I mean, we have a lot of clients that when they start out, I mean, it's hard to abandon the old belief system that the only way to lose weight is to cut out calories and exercise more. And because that's like
They're
when you're
scared.
younger, it worked like gangbusters, right? And now it's not working, but you're convinced that there's some sort of moral failing on your part
Yeah.
as to why it's not working. Like you're just not going hard enough.
Yeah.
Right. So if you could just go a little bit harder, then you would get to the thing. But it's like, but it's not working, right? No, but it did in the past. So I'm going to just double down and then to try and get out of that mindset, because you had proof when you were younger that it worked, but now it doesn't. And everything you were told growing up was like, this is the way you lose weight, or like that you need to be like this rail thin, and the way you do it is like run, run, run. It just, you have to get out of the belief system too, that this is the only way to do it. So, yeah.
It's a huge piece of the puzzle. So I hope we clarified for you that not just one thing. So many people will be like, well, just make me a menu and tell me what to eat and not eat. And I'm like, that's part of it, but it's such
Part
a
of it.
baby part of it.
Yeah.
If your stress hormones are still crazy activated, it's not, nothing's going to work. So you really have to put it all together. This is what that mojo is starting to get in tune with your body, having a clear path, and maybe coaching and support to help you so you feel supported and that you have like an organized way of doing it and that you are like actually knowing that you are on the right path. That's when the mojo happens. And it happens pretty fast. Like,
Yeah, I'm always shocked with, you know, and I shouldn't be shocked,
yeah,
but
I
I'm
understand
always
that.
shocked by, yeah, like people just like change a couple of things. They're like, oh my God, all my cravings went away. And I didn't even have to do anything about it. Or like, I don't have headaches. I haven't had a headache in like 10 days. And I'm like, weren't you
No,
having headaches every single day? They're like, yeah, I was. It's like,
yeah.
oh, okay. So
It's
I guess if we just eat, like
I
those
think,
things
I
go
mean,
away.
I'm sure you'll like understand this. I think part of it is the commitment. Once you make this mental shift and this commitment to say, I'm going to make myself a priority. I'm releasing this part. I'm giving myself that gift to let go, and I'm going to just follow something that I makes sense. And I really feel like I'm going to be supported. It's like a weight comes off of them. And they're like, oh God. And just that weight alone, that release is enough to like take away this resistance that's been building for so long that they can start to get momentum pretty fast after that.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. So
Yeah.
we're very proud,
Yeah.
and we
And now I'm
always,
hungry.
she's always hungry. I need to
I've
get
been
lunch too.
building a desk. I didn't want to get up. Like I missed my snack. So now I'm hungry. Now I gotta
Surprised
go. I
Stacey's
gotta
not
eat.
passing out right
I'm
now.
not, I'm like sitting here talking about carbs and I'm like thinking of the carbs and the protein I'm gonna eat right now. So
Okay, we're letting Stacy go. Everyone,
okay.
let us know if you want to meet with us and we can guide you personally. And let's just see if you're a fit for our program. No pressure. We always like to meet you guys. So everyone take care. Have a great one. We'll put a link below.
Bye.
Take care.